There are a number of changes, but we've certainly done it in consultation with our strength and conditioning coach, with the players, the leadership group, and with a plan. We're really aiming to be very, very competitive this weekend. We've picked a team we think can win still. We understand it's going to be a really tough assignment. So I have experienced this before at St Kilda, and we went down and won the game. So that's still the aim here, but we've sort of taken some calculated risks on management of players that hopefully will bear fruit. You know, proof's in the pudding at the end of the day. So there's a bit of water to flow under the bridge. But we're going over normal preparation, personnel changes obviously, and once the official team sheet comes out, you'll have more depth of understanding of that. But from our end, it's a considered decision, and we're aiming to go and play some really competitive football.
It just makes sense, doesn't it, based on what you're probably going to face, not this week but next week?
Yeah, well, I think, you know, we know the challenges of WA teams, and fortunately last year it was a short break going to Melbourne. We played our last game in Perth, so we've secured our spot. We can't really change too much. An opportunity's presented itself, one which we've, in consideration, consultation, taken to a large degree, but we will be flying them. We'll be flying the next week. Last year we flew 2 weeks in a row and 2 short breaks, 6-day breaks. That we think had a cumulative effect, and so we're planning for a strong campaign.
Ross, there were 2 potential debutants on the plane. Can you confirm whether either Josh Simpson or Alex Forster's getting a game?
Yeah, no, Josh Simpson's emergency at the minute, and Alex Forster's in. So yeah, he'll be a debutant.
Ross, you mentioned the prospect of 2 weeks in a row of travel. What are your thoughts on perhaps playing the first final at Simmons Stadium?
Yeah, look, I've heard the noise, and it's in the marketplace, and if you're a Geelong Football Club, you'd be requesting that. You know, I've lived in Melbourne a long time. There's 2 world-class stadiums there. Clearly, Etihad's elite stadium for players, spectators, members, and fans, and the networks, the broadcasters. Simmons is behind that. I know it's been upgraded, but doesn't sit in that league clearly. It would be 3rd cab off the rank. I think would only get the Simmons, you know, as a default on the others not being available. So from my end, it's not something I've given too much thought to. The club's released a statement, and more informed knowledge. Steve Harris, our president, and Steve Rossich, our executive, are in continuous dialogue. They've released a statement. I think there was a lot of pertinent points there. So, you know, I'm fully supportive of their view and their position, but my role as senior coach is to prepare the team and give us our best chance to win this week.
The numbers stack up pretty favourably for Geelong down at Simmons, so it's a massive advantage for them, isn't it?
Well, it's not something I thought about. I'll deal with it if it occurs. You know, we'll play anywhere we're given, but clearly, you know, look, I think Andrew and Gillen in particular have had a fair bit on this week. I don't think they've given too much to it. I think Simon Lethlean does the fixturing, but at the end of the day, he would consult on such a significant decision with the 2 key executives of the AFL, and I wouldn't have thought. I think they need a breather. I think a bit's been going on. I think a few loose ends are still being tidied up, and at the right time, I'm sure Andrew and Gillen will sit down with Simon and inform the clubs of what the right decision is.
Ross, is Aaron Sandlands likely to play a full game?
Yeah, he'll definitely play a full game. Yeah, no doubt about that in the ruck. So we want to give him as many rucking minutes as we can.
Gareth Gibson, who's on the plane?
Yeah, he's named. He's trained today, a bit sore, so we'll give him every opportunity to come up. And it's a really important week for Gareth to try and get up and play.
Did you just think you need him back out there?
Well, he's a pretty important player to us, and but at the end of the day, he needs to do some work, get some match conditioning. If he's going to be a realistic chance for the first final.
Is that the same for Clancy Pearce? He needs this week?
Yeah, he does. He needs to play. Clancy trained fully and has been named to play and will play. You know.
Ross, invariably when teams make mass changes like this, they seem to cop a lot of criticism, and people think there's a few sinister reasons behind it. What would your message be?
Yeah, I'm not sure what's sinister about it.
Just resting.
Yeah, if that's viewed as sinister, I think we all look through the world in different eyes and different circumstances, but it's a considered view, and we'll be very, very competitive. So that our members and fans, you'll see a team that gives great effort and will be very, very competitive. We're going over to get the points. So we're under no illusions here.
Do you think St Kilda will take offence at all to it?
I don't think, or talk for other clubs. So it's not something that sits on my side of the fence.
And you mentioned you did it once at the Saints. What game was that you ended up winning?
Come on, mate. Let's see. Get on Google and have a look.
I will,
Round 20, I think it was, or round 19, 2009, down at played Hawthorn at Launceston.
So just to sort of sum it up, this is all about getting your team right for the first week of finals.
No, there's lots in it. You know, it's been about people who clearly we would want it to play but can't play. Those that need some management and an opportunity to bring some of our players up to speed, like Hayden Crozier, who's just been emergency to play, and be fully match conditioned and take an opportunity.
Will it pose a few headaches for you if, say, Crozier comes out and boots 6?
Yeah, it'd be a great headache to have. Yeah, it'd be fantastic. That's the aim. That's what we want him to do.
And Ross, just a thought on the St Kilda retirements. You mentioned earlier you're looking forward to being there.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's. I'm fortunate to be there. I was fortunate that when I had the reins there, they gave special service and great commitment, and it'd be nice to clap them off.
You had Luke McFarlane pegged for this game from a long way out. He's now missed 8 in a row. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's not ideal, but he trained exceptionally well today, and barring a hiccup, he'll be available for selection in the first final. So, but in saying that, you're right. It's a really important decision. Travel without playing. Does Luke play, not play? It's sort of thrown it up in the air a little bit. No doubt about that. And we're all really interested because he's a pretty special player.
And the guys who didn't travel, will they be training this weekend?
Oh yeah, we'll give them a little bit. We sort of not too much footy, a bit of run, and just they've got to do some work. Yeah, no doubt.